What's up, you guys? I'm signing up for the Open this year because I love the community, the challenge, and the sport of fitness. And I'd love to see you there on the leaderboard as well.
What's up, guys? It's Sprager here, coming to you live from the sauna, telling you why you should sign up for the 2025 CrossFit Games Open. So one, it's measurable. It's my favorite part about it. You can compare it to your past and your future self. And you can see if you degressed in your fitness or if you improved in your fitness. So I love it as a metric for my athletes and for myself. Two, the community. You get to experience blood, sweat, and tears with your fellow gym members, with your friends next to you, and they're core memories that'll last a lifetime because you're going to be pushed outside your comfort zone. And three, it's going to teach you a lot of things about yourself. When you're amidst a hard workout or you're being pushed outside of your comfort zone, you're going to learn some tough lessons. You're going to be proud of yourself. You're going to come out of it a better person. So I love the Open for those three reasons, and I hope to see you on the leaderboard.
What's up? My name is William Leahy IV, and this is my 5th year signing up for the CrossFit Open, and you should too.
Welcome to the spin. Sign up for the Open. Not AI. Not AI Sprague in the sauna. Not AI Will Leahy IV.
Why did Leahy go with this whole name?
That was pretty nice of you, Spin, to include a community athlete as on there.
I do what I can. Future champion of the CrossFit Games, according to Hiller. Welcome, everybody. If you notice, John Young is not here. His wife's having a baby. So we got the next best thing, and that's Mr. Bryson DelMonte.
I would actually say I'm replacing John as the senior analyst.
Ooh. We'll find out when we go through the TYR Wodapalooza rankings. We'll see if you agree with what John threw up there. Keeping it real, not true. Grant's name is Keeping It Real, and I will beat Brian Spin in the Open. Speaking of that, let's go take a look at the leaderboard.
Grant hasn't figured out that if you lose, you cannot continue to talk shit. It's game day, bro. You got to win on game day.
So the proven community throwdown was wrapped up on Monday. And first of all, 24 of you guys signed up for Under the Barbell Spin. Mitch McClune, 9th place overall. So congrats to Mitch. Tyler, you and John had a little bit of a battle.
We were close.
Very close. Jason Watkins, 55th.
No. Where's John?
Where's John?
We get separated?
Oh, there he is. 52nd. You guys separated by 3 spots.
God, I'm so mad about that because I would have beat him. Here comes the woulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda. So on the last workout with the cleans, I opened with 225. It had to be Bryson had to be touch and go set of 3.
Right.
I opened with 225. And then I mistakenly loaded the bar. I was going to go to 250. I went to 260, cleaned it once, failed the re-rack, only had 45 seconds left, stripped it down to 245, hit it twice, and then lost it on the re-grip on the third. So
wait, how many? So he had 6 minutes.
I only did 3 sets.
How long did you rest before hitting the first?
3 minutes.
Okay.
Well, you're fitter than John. He knows he is the type of person who can skew a leaderboard. So
as shown right here with his first place finish on
right
on that workout, 335. Tyler, you're down in the 102nd on that one. What would you have needed? You needed 33 points to tie. So if you were, why is it
load? Did he go to the bottom?
There we go. All right, so you're 102. You need 33 spots.
So
Gun
7.
to 69th place. 245.
Oh my God. That was totally in the bag. I just screwed it up.
250. 250 gets you somewhere 61st. And you would have beaten Mr. John Young.
And then where did you and Grant end up?
I was way down there, but let's see where Grant was because he was. Oh, there he was, 216th place. I was 191st.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that wasn't
How'd it feel? Was this your first competition you've done in a while?
since the Open. Yes.
Yeah.
It was just enough to. My strengths were always tied with some part of a weakness. So, like the Open, it was like the dumbbell snatches and burpees. Those were fine. The single arm doubles press got me at some point. I was like,
my worst workout.
I was used to it. I thought I was going to do pretty well. And then, I don't know. I got home from work, jumped right into it, and I was getting dizzy the last couple rounds. I think it was just the like 10 rounds. You get to like round 4, you're like, I don't want to keep doing this.
Yeah. It was, I remember like through round 5, I was like, man, I'm going to smash this. And then round like 6 happened and I was like, I'm dying.
This was the devil's press and double under workout.
Yeah.
What was it? 10 rounds of 8 and 32 or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was listening to the spin. I was listening to you and John talk about this, and John was like, "Be honest, were you close to getting capped?" I'm like, "Jesus Christ, John! It's 10 rounds. That you should be like 8 minutes on that or faster." And then you're like, "I don't. What do you consider close?" And I'm like, "Tyler, come on, bro."
Yeah, and
I was 13. So John asked me, he was like, "Did you go like sub this?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then, but he said, "Did you go sub 13?"
Try to feel each other out was funny.
Yeah, he asked sub 13, and I said, "No, I got 13:01." And I was like, but I was same thing. I was trying not to make fun of him on the show, but I was like, John, if you got time kept on this, you got a problem.
It was. What was weird was 32 reps of double unders. I'm very good at double unders, but the 32 messed me up.
Why? Just that too?
Just that weird, like, I'm going to go to 30. And so the first round I went to 30 and I stopped and I was like, oh shit.
Oh, just the mental.
Just mentally, like going those extra 2 was just kind of weird. I don't know why. So
I really appreciated this as for what it was, being like an open tuner. I've laid off of doing like real fitness or training as hard as I was, because I was doing like 2 sessions a day, doing like a lot of pieces. Some of them I didn't want to do, and I've laid way back that. I was just telling Bryson before the show, like I basically just lift and then breathe heavy, but I'm basically, if I don't want to do something, I don't do it anymore. And my fitness for the most part, and I don't know if John has like not gotten as fit or gotten less fit, but like my fitness is held on. And so it's like, I don't know if it's like 13 years of doing it, but I was pretty excited that I hadn't lost all that much. Now my top end, like my 5th gear is definitely not there.
Well, there's something to be said for just doing the things you want to do. Like if you go into the gym knowing you're going to do one workout and it's like bar muscle ups and double unders and power cleans, dude, I fucking love those. You're going to smash it.
Right.
As opposed to like, oh, I have 4 pieces programmed today and it's all the stuff I suck at. And, I'm going to get 1% higher in quarterfinals because I'm working on my weaknesses every day, even though I hate my life and I'm starting to get burnt out. It's like you get a lot of intensity doing the stuff you like. But speaking of like workouts, I was thinking of this because the workout that John had us all do, Brian, the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, and then we all posted our times and stuff on Instagram. I have another one that I would like John to do is 2 rounds for time. I just did this tonight. 2 rounds for time, 100 calorie row, 100 burpees.
Just regular burpees?
Just regular burpees.
No way. He'll blow up on the rower.
I think John will row 1,500 for the first 50 calories and then quit.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's yeah, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Didn't Dallin say some like crazy time that he thought he could do on that? It's like sub 20.
Oh, maybe John didn't say anything to me about it. I didn't see Dallin say anything, but I'm sure John asked him.
Yeah. When I started that workout, it was like, okay, I'm going to hold a steady pace, which I did, but the transitions got me like for my total time.
Mhm.
There's so many damn transitions.
It's not even the transition itself, but it's getting up to the pace you want to hold really quickly on the machine. Like if you're thinking, 20 cals a minute is 24 minutes or whatever it was in that workout, 20 cals a minute, you have to get up above 1,200 right away to compensate for the first 3 seconds that you were rowing at 800.
Right. Yep. Yeah, exactly. And so
You beat me on that one. I can't remember what I got. I know that you beat me. You did pretty well on that one.
I did okay. I'm sure I could do better if I did it again.
Right.
But going into it, I just wasn't sure what that was going to feel like. But once you got to the 30s, it was pretty much over.
Yeah.
On workout 2 of Proven, would you have been able to do the bar muscle ups had you had a bar that you could do bar muscle ups on?
I probably could have gotten some. I don't know if I would have. I went through, but at the same time, like I went through the snatches pretty hard, knowing that I had no space to do bar muscle ups. So it was just like, get through the snatches, get your best tie break, and then that's just what you're going to deal with. So it's kind of unfortunate.
It's been fun. It actually like makes me think that because like you and Taylor kind of write your sessions every day, like live on the spot, right?
It depends. Like a lot of the time we'll work the day before, programming a lot of Sentinel stuff like 2 weeks out, and then stuff
around.
Yeah, not even stuff that we're unsure of. I don't want to say that, but like just stuff that we think looks good and we want to make sure we do it and know that it's right before we put it on. Then we'll be like, okay, let's do this tomorrow, and that. And then every once in a while, like just because I'm doing the NorCal qualifiers, so I'll do stuff practicing specifically for that a little bit. But
how many rounds did you get in the bar muscle up workout?
I haven't done any of the qualifiers yet.
Oh shit.
But I'll let you know when I do that one.
Yeah, let me know. That one hits you in the face. Like you're like, I'm good. I'm real not good.
Yeah, it's just as a thruster workout. I mean, the thrusters go up so quick, and then it's just everything. That's all.
You're a burpee ninja, right?
I mean, I like burpees. I'm good at burpees.
Yeah, that was the thing that got my heart rate up more than anything was the burpees.
Are you going for the NorCal Classic there, Tyler?
No, I can't remember who was talking about doing it. Oh, it was programmed on Mayhem, and I didn't want to do a 3-rep max clean that day. And then Jeanette wanted to do something with me. I was like, okay, let's do this one then. And so we just did that. And then that was the beginning of me doing burpees and some sort of like
toes
ring toes to bar or some sort of pull up bar thing for 3 days straight. That was so and thrusters.
All right, well, let's get into it. Viewer comments. If you're watching this on replay, make sure you drop some comments down, and it's your weekly reminder to subscribe. We're over 9,100, so road to 10,000. First one from Mr. Mighty Mouse Matt Rattay. Dude, he can't wait. He cannot wait. This event is going to be epic. I didn't realize I was world class at handstand push-ups and handstand walks. I think he knows he's the best at handstand walking. At Sammy G, I just hope it keeps the grassroots community vibes. NCC is great because it is one of the few large fitness events that still feels like what CrossFit was back in the day. Literally no one at my gym really cares for the open. Hey now. Wow. But everyone is enthusiastic about NorCal Classic and its qualifier. The worst would be if CrossFit controls what Blair and Ben do with the event.
Not happening.
Yeah, I don't think CrossFit cares.
I think the traveling double unders shows that CrossFit is not going to do that. A non-PFA approved movement.
Snobble. I could definitely see Adrian being like, yeah, that's a good one. Do it.
It'll be in the teams this year.
Yeah.
Have you guys tried that?
Traveling double unders?
Yeah.
Not yet. No.
I tried it. It's the same as double unders.
That's
Just
what I
gotta
figured.
jump.
Yeah.
At Kathy Stan, John, he's not here, but his idea of def rankings is the dumbest thing Kathy has ever heard of. It's even dumber than Tyler's claim about not enough semis for 10 years.
That was a legitimate claim that turned out to be false.
And at Loquay, Loquay got it all into whether it's a question or a statement, but he has 2 more questions for Tyler. First,
Here we go.
how many of the qualifying events will Heat 1 cover? And is it a challenge to cover all of them?
Qualify for WFP or CrossFit Games? Yes.
Qualifying events, in-person qualifying events.
So for CrossFit Games, we'll do all but Asia and South Africa.
South Africa?
Or
But
Africa.
all of Africa.
Africa, not just South Africa.
You're not going to do Africa?
Yeah, we're not going to do Africa because why?
That's
And
weird,
then same-
Tyler.
Yeah.
Are
Same
you
thing
saying
for
they're not as fit?
I'm saying that we did it once and nobody played.
I think I did pretty well on that one.
Yeah,
I know it
weird.
was that one in Asia. I was like top 10.
Yeah, like Halpin and them bragged about it. It's like, good
Yeah.
job. No one played.
It was PC and helping.
And then for WFP, we'll probably do all of them.
All 3.
All 3.
We'll get to
Especially
that.
the one.
We'll
in
get to
Indy.
that down here at the very end. Lots of stuff going on with that. Also from Loquay, in response to, in quote, people are stupid. I know a 3rd grade teacher who can teach you the difference between a question and a statement if you need. Just holla. Just kidding.
Is that
I love
Jeffrey
you.
Birchfield.
Huh? No, that's Loquay. Unless maybe Jeffrey has 2 accounts. I don't know.
Jeffrey's a teacher. He's taught me a lot of things.
Has he?
Mhm.
What did he teach you?
Just about life.
Okay. That is up for viewer comments. So we will read those off next week. Next up. Oh, I should speak as we get into Albany, New York. 6 pounds, 13 ounces. There you go. There we go. Congrats to Leslie and John. As we talk about the CrossFit Open, if you have signed up, or if you go sign up while we're on the air, let us know in the comments. We'll pull it up. Keep track of how many of you guys sign up for the CrossFit Open.
Do it. I need to sign up. You can do a deal where you get a shirt, right?
I got the shirt
Yeah.
from last year.
I already did it. I got the shirt and the judges course all in a bundle.
There you go.
Are you a head judge or are you just a regular ass judge?
I'm going to be the best judge.
There you go. Who is going to be the head judge at CrossFit Charlotte?
Andy. Andy, we were front squatting today, and it ended on 5 sets of 1. And there was this girl in my class, and I was helping her. She gets like kind of in her head once it starts to get heavier, and then she stops hitting depth, but she's capable of hitting depth. So I was giving her some cues and stuff, helping her out. And then she went for this last one that she was pretty nervous about. She cut it a little short, wasn't quite the depth. As soon as she starts standing back up, Andy's like, wasn't deep enough.
An asshole.
It was awesome. You get right out in front of it, and then it's never awkward because you just know it's just objective.
Not deep enough.
Because I was gonna walk up to her after, and be like, that was a good effort, but that it's kind of weird. It's like, weren't really there, but Andy just gets right out in front of it, and it's awesome.
Makes sense. Taylor does well at that gym.
Yeah. Renata, number 1. Lena Marcin signed up in the 70 plus, the new 70 plus age group division. There you go.
Congrats.
We're at 2. Tyler, you can keep track of the comments there. I'm sure. You can do
Is
that.
Jenny here? Jenny, you keep track of them.
Albany, New York. We called it, Tyler.
Albany.
Albany.
Did you're sort of from the South. Bryson. How do your folks pronounce the sausages that are in a can?
Sausages that are in a can. I don't think I've ever heard anyone talk about sausages in a can.
But do they pronounce it Viennas or Viennas?
Oh, Viennas.
Yeah, we're a Viennese family.
December 17th, I tweeted Albany, New York. Lo and behold, a month later.
So John's source must have been solid.
Must have been.
That was a really good guess, Spin.
It was. It was.
Yes.
It was amazing.
Spin just went,
Yeah,
dear.
threw a dart on a map.
I think Albany would be the best place for the CrossFit Games.
Tell us all about Albany.
Well, the CrossFit Regionals were held there 3 years in a row from 2016 to 2018. Locked down by Katrin Davidsdottir and Matt Frazier himself.
Mm-hmm.
So CrossFit definitely has history there. They know what they were walking into, which I guess is probably why they decided to go there. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Um,
All inside, right? We're not going to do anything outside, you don't think?
Hopefully not.
well, I think what's more interesting about this is it's only 3 days. Friday,
Okay.
Sunday.
So,
My first thought hearing that is that it's going to be a beatdown.
really?
Yeah, because dude, if it's 3 days and they still keep like 13 to 15 events, bro.
It's going to be hard to fit 12 events in.
No, it's not. You
4
make-
events a day?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a beatdown. These are the fittest people on earth.
Ugh.
So my next prediction is that it'll be inside the MVP arena for 3 days. And they'll do something the day before off site that's not requiring a ticket.
Oh, okay. A little sneaker.
That could get like 1 or 2 scored events in there, which would then make it more feasible to do 10 scored events over 3 days, especially if you do like a 2-part one like they did this year.
So the dates that HQ announced, though, so where are the dates coming from? Did HQ announce those?
They announced them, yeah.
But you're
August-
saying
August
that
1st to 3rd.
they're just omitting one.
I'm saying, yeah, like, because remember, like, back in Madison days, early on, they just added like one more day to it, right? It was like, oh, it's Thursday through Sunday. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, we're doing Wednesday too.
Yeah.
It's open to anybody, show up, right? And that's when they had all the age groups and stuff. I think the age groups may have already been going, but they added the individuals a day early and said, saddle up, you're going extra early, day early, you get Thursday off. That is what I think they're going to do. But if you look at Albany, like MVP is straight up downtown.
Right.
It's going to be a much different feel than what it's been.
Yeah, you're going to go in and you're not coming back out.
No, you're stuck there for
There'll
10
be
hours.
no walking in 80,000 degree heat across the venue.
The horse stalls.
Yeah.
And all that. Yeah, they have been really big conference rooms. So like they have a huge area for like convention center area. So that I'm sure that everything will be in one spot.
Man, that last day we were in Texas, I finally found the best place to go to the bathroom, and it was in the horse training arena. They had a bathroom, and no one was in there, and I could just blow it up by myself. Now we're not even getting all that work for nothing. I can't go back to that bathroom, my secret bathroom.
Imagine what John was having to do while you guys were there, because he was just eating sleeves of Oreos the whole time you guys were live.
Drinking red freaking Chacos.
He can handle that though.
Yeah.
Do you guys like the move to Albany?
I don't really have any opinion about it, to be honest. I don't think it's better or worse than Texas.
Well, if you're from Texas, you're definitely going to say it's worse. This is a show of opinions, Bryson, and we're going to need you to bring.
Well, this is my opinion. Madison was only so good because it was there for so long, and people it kind of turned into the place that the games was at. I don't think anything is going to be as good as Madison on its first year. I didn't think Texas was anything special. And I don't think Albany is going to be anything special the first year. But if they stayed in a spot for a while and people around started to kind of, get into it, or just the people who do travel there started to know what spots they like to go to otherwise when they get there early or stay there late, all that kind of stuff, I think just comes with time. So I think it could be a good spot. I think it's probably doesn't have as much potential to be a good spot as Madison did, but I do think it has just as much potential to be a good spot as Texas did. You just need to get string a couple years together, let people get used to the area and figure out what they like and don't like about it.
Agree. The thing about like making the games sort of true to what the games used to be and all that, like the camper, like the camping area. I got to stay in there twice
In
Madison. And it was like, that really changes the feel of the whole event because people just hang out. Like we get to do our OG party twice. And it's like, it's just cool. Cause like after the games is over, people just linger. They either go to the vendor village or they go to the camping area and you just hang out with people. It's like Maderos' mom and dad were staying in the campers. And so it won't have that. And that sucks. So I think it'll have less of a communal feel unless that they sort of figure out how to do that.
Less to what though? Less to Madison, but not less.
Right,
not less
right.
to Texas. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I think, I think it would take something else to get back to how cool Madison was, but I don't think it's better or worse than Texas. I thought Texas was kind of lame.
Yeah, and like we would just leave and go back to the house, or you would go back to your camper spin. But like, I don't think there was a ton of people in campers there that year. That was basically just a parking lot. That was
it was probably 30% full.
Yeah,
no, the people that were there. I mean, we were right next to Andy,
right?
So like that was pretty cool. We met a couple of friends. We were all expecting to kind of go back, or hoping to go back to Fort Worth and see each other again. I think it was the same thing that happened at Madison for years and years of that RV campground. Like people would go for the 7 years in a row.
You'll see a lot of probably like they do this at Wodapalooza. It's like they do these pop-ups where it's like, come hang out with us at this place. You'll see a lot of that, I'm guessing, like renting out bars and, hang out with so-and-so, and that'll be fine. But yeah, I like that feel of the games. I think that's the thing that feels like the games most to me, is when you can just hang out with people you don't get to hang out with for a long time.
Yeah. Travis.
I'm sorry. That got me.
I missed it. Wad Zombie, can Bryson say if you ain't first, you're last?
If you ain't first, you're last.
There you go. There you go. Vindicate, too far to drive. Don't like it.
Everything's far from, what is it, Nebraska or Oklahoma?
Iowa.
BF.
I mean, I did see a lot of comments. People that are on the Northeast are excited because it's the first time that it's been close to them. They could drive if they want to.
I wonder if they did a pool, or if they try to figure out where people were buying tickets from to the games and then tried to just locate it closer to that.
We know they have that. My guess is it's not that. Again, finding a venue within a year is not an easy task.
You think it was a by default thing?
I think just like Fort Worth, they had experience with it. Now, Fort Worth, they didn't actually go there, but they had looked at Dickies prior to like one of the earlier RFPs. So they at least had probably toured it, seen what it was capable of, and Dave remembered it. That's why he went, let's go to Dickies. Dave's been to the East Regional 3 years. He knows what it takes to run an event there. I'm sure it was, again, let's go call them and see if they have that weekend available.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We don't have to rethink everything. We know what it's like. I mean, to some degree, the regionals was as big or bigger
than the games,
than what the games will this year, from a standpoint of how many teams do you have, individual athletes going there. That was back when there was like 40 individuals, 40 teams.
Yep.
Now you only have 20 teams and 30 individuals.
Or well, I guess there were still 4 then.
Some of the old regionals are way cooler than the games. The coolest behind the scenes ever is the 2016 regionals with Josh Bridges.
Right.
Yeah, that probably
it was still teams of 6 in 2016.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember when they made that cutoff.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, they had way more athletes that they handled in that area. So
why not
I think
Cincinnati? Oh, I'm wondering.
Not Cincinnati.
They should just go back to the ranch. Go back to the ranch, 20 men, 20 women, and it's just open sign up. First come, first serve. No qualifying.
Bryson's just sleeping on the link, waiting for them to
still do the open, but the open is just the open. There's no further stage from that.
Yeah.
And then
Just
you get
20 randos show up.
Just, hey, 12 p.m. on Friday the 20th.
The rat
Sign
race
up for the games.
The rat race of the games. You have to show up at Dave's place. The first 20 to show up are in.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we talked about this over and over again last year when Fort Worth was announced. The indoor aspect of it, I still struggle with.
Yeah. It's cool for for a few events, but I like the offset of like, we're going to do this one outside or in a stadium outside. That's
I don't know. I kind of like it being inside because I don't like
outside.
Well, I like outside, but I'm just saying, I think it should be more skewed towards 1 or 2 events outside than skewed towards 1 or 2 events in the Coliseum or whatever. Like, I think, especially depending on the weather of the area you're at, it's just really, it's cool to see athletes like perform to their capabilities. And it kind of sucks when the weather plays a role in that. Like even in Madison, when it was just like 1,000,000 degrees out on the field and like they're out there doing pig flips and wall balls. It's like even the person who wins is like taking breaks and like hands on their knees and shit. It's like, come on, dude. Like this would be cooler inside.
I don't know.
I get the feel of the outside events, but I don't like when everything's outside and then there's 1 or 2 things inside. I think it should be the other way around.
I don't think I completely disagree with that. I think Madison started to kind of skew more to North Park to let more people watch.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because the Coliseum wasn't big enough. If they had a better setup where the Coliseum was bigger, and I think they're going to do some renovations to it, but that's probably a little bit too late. But
that's actually an interesting point because if you sell enough tickets so that you can go to North Park, you know that the Coliseum will be full. Whereas if you just do inside, that's not a guarantee. And I think we saw that at the games this year.
Right. Yeah. And that's what, I mean, it's from what I can tell, I think they're going to have about the same number of seats, maybe even possibly more than Dickey's was this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, the competition on the floor, it's going to look a lot like, I mean, you can go back to look at YouTube in 2016, 2018. It's going to be very similar.
Where are we going to set up the spin cast? Woods? Let us know.
I'm sure he's watching.
Just find a corner with some homeless people and just make friends with them.
Yeah, I think we could be like the Blockbuster right there in the upper right-hand corner. I'm sure they could handle us. All right. While you guys are all here, JY, as his wife was in labor, decided to make his predictions. Top 20 of TYR Wodapalooza Miami Beach. And we are going to now review those rankings and tell him why he's wrong. So
does it offend you at all, Spin, that she decided to go into labor on Wednesday when we have the spin cast and John's supposed to be doing something?
It was kind of inopportune timing, but
seems a little ridiculous.
Now let's just say, I will say this: up until what time, Tyler? Noon, 1 o'clock.
He was game.
He was still like, I think I can still make it. I got my computer here. She's not going into labor yet.
I know. I was like, John, I'm gonna do you a favor. You're good.
Maybe not do this. So yeah, I think hopefully you and Leslie talk some sense into him.
I think Bryson paid Leslie to have the baby today.
Yeah, I just wanted to get on.
Get some screen time.
And since John's not here, I got to say some crazy stuff to get a Mitchell Hooper video made about me. So
Let's talk
I
about
hope well, there's still time.
women.
All right. TYR Wodapalooza.
This is readable.
How about that? Is that better? Tyler, do you want to go through women first?
Yeah, are we going top down?
Well, this is all the women competing. Decent. Laura Horvath.
Shop a slur, Bryson.
It'll work. Laura Horvath is in the individual competition. I think it's her first time at TYR Wodapalooza on the individual side.
Mhm.
Alexis Raptis, Ariel Lowen, Danny Spiegel, Emily Rolfe, Bethany Flores. So quite the roster. And we have to then look at John's rankings.
Nice graphic.
You like that? Look at that Miss Spiegel right there. Oh, man.
Is she gonna get first?
She is not going to get first. 20th place, Chloe Govan David. 19th, Linda Kiesman. 18th, Lucy Campbell. 17th, Sahar Kaya. 16th, Elisa Fuliano. Tell me when there's somebody that's just way off base.
Linda
from the
Kiesman.
rankings. Linda Kiesman.
Yeah.
Training think tank athlete. Tyler, top
She
10.
gonna get top 15.
We're arguing between 15th and 19th.
It's a big difference, dude.
Okay.
I think Hattie Canio is going to finish higher than Bethany and Claudia.
So
And
Bethany
probably
Flores.
Amy.
Yeah, Bethany Flores put out a video. She's dealing with back injuries. I think
What?
maybe yeah,
No
I know.
way.
Oh my God.
Breaking
I can't believe
news.
I haven't heard about this.
Breaking news. Yes, her back's acting up. So she may compete. She may take third. We just don't know. Or fourth. Claudia Gluck.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
She had
with
the
that.
best rookie finish, right, at the games.
Yes,
on the women's
it will
side?
be. It will be a little bit of a look at what she did Wodapalooza last year.
No, her breakout last year was Dubai.
Dubai. It
Yeah.
will be a little bit of like, hey, do you really have as much as you said? Because I could see her, if she hangs on to how she performed at the games, I could see her top 10. But that's like John is a little bit conservative, I think, on her because she hasn't proven it over the long term. And so I don't hate it. It's just that I could definitely see her like up around 7.
That and Amy Kringle, they were right there the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Annika Greer, 11th. And Yolo Folo, top 10.
Well, that might be.
Well-
I would like to see the Folo in top 10. I don't know though.
I think this is the perfect fix to where we've gotten so far. It's just switching Annika Greer and Hattie Canio. I would just completely switch their spots, and then I'm fine with everything.
Really?
So far.
Do the workouts favor Folo? Have we seen anything weird?
There is not farmer
dumbbells.
carry walking lunges. So I think
she's
she's
good.
in good shape.
Third place.
Right. There's this one long workout, the 50 calorie bike, 1,000-meter run. I can't remember the other piece of it. That's like a 35-minute time cap. So that's one that Annika's got to battle back from. But the clean complex, she'll be top 5. So
I'm going to put Danny in 11th.
I would switch Kyra and Danny Spiegel.
But only the one spot for Danny.
I would switch Kyra and Danny, and then I'd switch Erica and Danny. So I put Folo above Danny Spiegel.
Danny usually does pretty well at Wodapalooza.
I think we're
But do you?
I agree. I think she's leaning into being an influencer more so than ever.
and I don't
Opposed to an athlete.
right, and I don't blame her for that. And everybody's
Yeah.
got to have their like they have to have their descent in their career. And I think like she's started to do that. The fact that she's not signed with WFP.
And I don't think it's because she can't. I think she legitimately does not care. Like I think she cares less and less every day about being good at CrossFit.
Right.
See, I don't look at Danny Spiegel not signing with WFP because she doesn't care.
What do you look at it as?
I'll get to that at the WFP logistics.
Okay. I take it as a sign that she's starting to check out. That
I mean, WFP is everything she wanted. She wanted a season.
Yeah.
She wanted a sport. So there's another reason why I don't think she's.
I don't attribute to her not signing with WFP or whatever. I just think everything that she has put out, like every time she says something.
you don't say. We had no idea, John.
Every time it says something, she just seems so uninterested and more uninterested than the last time she said something. Like, I don't know. I just don't think that she's good.
That's fair. That's fair.
Eloquent take there, Bryce.
Abby Donut, 7th place. Is John over predicting Miss Donut?
She's one that I could see. He could be both over or under predicting her.
I don't think he could be under predicting her, but I do think he could be over predicting her. And I also don't blame him, though. I think of any of the people that we like kind of don't know about, if you had to put any of them, like if you had to overestimate any of them, I would say she's one of the good ones to overestimate a little bit, just because she's a bit newer. And you just
we had a lot of expectations for her going into the games. Obviously, weird games, but was not where we thought she would be.
Yeah. And
now putting her at 7th ahead of a Danny Spiegel who's historically done pretty well at Wodapalooza, above Kyra Milligan, above Erica Folo.
She won West Coast, right?
Yes. And that's another reason.
Yeah. And so that's why I'm saying like, hey, she's definitely shown that she can hang with the tops. I could bump her all the way up to 5th and be okay with it. And yes, I'm squabbling over 2 spots, but these are important spots.
Yeah, I think once you get in the top 10, 1 spot is a lot. I don't think that Kyra and Abby should switch just because of, I don't know, I feel like the events would be better for Abby so far overall.
Yeah, Kyra will get her day on the clean.
Yeah.
For sure. Mm-hmm. But the burpees over the block. And I think it's going to be interesting to see 3 sand events, how those play out, because they're just different style workouts, events, whatever you want to call them, WODs. And like they are certain movements where you can kind of peg somebody as they're going to be good or bad. But like burpees over a block in sand is going to possibly a little bit different, maybe even worse for if you're not good at those events, those movements.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
a block.
Yeah. Brooke Wells 5th.
Emma, I could see being low.
Yeah. I think Brooke Wells is above Emma. I think she's above Ariel. I think Brooke Wells gets 3rd.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
I just want an explanation here.
Just because.
Good explanation.
I like it.
I think Ariel is on the same decline that Danny Spiegel is on.
Disagreed. I think that Ariel is. I think she seems like she's pretty relaxed in a good way.
I like Nick's comment.
Nick.
Second to most
Anti-
recent.
CrossFit
Oh,
decline.
Anti-CrossFit.
one before that.
JRPO.
That
Oh,
one?
okay. I see. Just gotcha.
Always.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, let's look Brooke versus Emma Tall versus Ariel Lowen.
I think Ariel Lowen is
Who wins? Who out of those three? Ariel, Emma, and Brooke.
Brooke.
This one.
Brooke,
Okay.
Ariel, Emma in
Then-
that order.
Calories on the rower, toes to bar, sled drag.
All right, Brooke.
I think Brooke
Emma,
again. Yeah, it's not
Ariel.
toes to bar.
I don't like this game anymore, Spin. I get what you're doing, and I think it's shitty.
Heavy dubs, handstand walking, wall facing handstand push-ups, dumbbell snatch and lunges, and legless rope climbs.
Ariel.
I don't know, dude. Brooke
Isn't
Wells,
Emma-
has,
isn't
Brooke
Emma
Wells has
Tall-
shown.
Really
You
good
go.
at that. I think Emma Tall is really good at that part.
Which part?
The legless rope climbs, handstand push-ups.
She's not going to be better at Ariel at the handstand push-ups than the handstand walk. And then because of that, Ariel will be less fatigued going into the dumbbell snatch and the legless rope climb.
Do you think any of the women in the top 10 are, let's say top 5, are bad enough at legless though for 4 in the workout to make that much of a difference?
Not anymore.
I think in a certain workout it could be, but I don't know in this workout
Not 4.
if it will be. And
No.
I'm also thinking about Brooke's elbow, on the legless and just the overhead stuff. I don't know how all that is, but assuming that's healthy, I like Brooke.
I don't dislike Brooke on this. I just think Ariel's going to win.
But it's
Beat those
pretty.
three.
Brooke is really good on the handstand walk. She's like one of the few that's beaten Danielle Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and dude, don't you remember the Open from like 2016 or maybe it was even after that, where Brooke showed capacity on her handstand push-ups?
Yeah.
She has
Very good.
capacity that she has shown on handstand push-ups.
John, do you think Emma is bad enough at 21 handstand push-ups to make a difference?
Yes. I think especially for the women, 21's enough. Because it's not just 21, it's 42.
And it's after the dumbbell overhead lunge.
It has to
Yeah.
be. I mean,
John, this is why I'm the senior analyst, dude. Get out of the comment.
Booted, John. Sorry.
I mean, a 15-minute time cap. There's something that's going to be sticky, and it's got to be the second 21 wall facing handstand push-ups, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going straight into the handstand walk.
That handstand walk's going to be slow.
Yeah, I think like especially for the women, I think that's really the only sticking point is those second 21. I don't think anything else will be a sticking point. The
'Cause we
fitter
saw-
people will be able to move faster and the stuff before it, but it's not like a holdup.
Yeah,
The
we saw it at Rogue. The overhead lunge snatches aren't going to. I mean, that's not going to be an issue.
The Velites heavy dubs at the end is going to be a separator. I don't know about at the top, but one athlete who is going to be more prepared for that than any other athlete will be Brooke.
I thought you were
Because
gonna
What
say
is
Danny.
what is
I thought you were going to say
Velites?
Danny.
What is
No.
Velites?
It's
that
a
a rope?
equipment.
It's a
an
Spanish
equipment
brand.
company.
Yeah. Friday, the hang clean complex. Brooke, Emma.
Kiefer,
Or
we're talking about
Ariel.
the top 5 people, top 5 women.
Well, that's-
Are any of them bad enough at legless to make a difference? Sorry, I was talking.
No.
I was reading Kiefer's comment.
Top 5 on legless.
Yeah, like the
That'd
top.
be
I was saying the top 5 women. Do we
Yeah.
think any of them are bad enough for them to make that much of a difference on 4 legless? Obviously, there's going to be people who like literally fail, but they're not important.
But it's not going to be Laura, Alexis, Ariel, Emma, Brooke.
Fine.
Sorry, we can go to the next workout.
Let's see.
No, you're filling in John's role perfectly.
Yeah. The clean complex, 3 attempts, 1 rep max clean plus hang clean.
Emma.
Emma Tall?
Yeah.
I'm going Brooke Wells again.
She's strong, but
I mean, Ariel, what did she clean at SoCal?
it's different because it's a double. It's a touch and go into a hang clean. You need mass, and Ariel just doesn't have the mass.
But you don't need mass for one. That doesn't make any sense.
She has to hang on to the bar after the first clean.
You have to hang on to bar to do one clean too.
You do one.
Yeah, but Tyler's talking about. Yeah, but Tyler didn't do so hot on the 3 rep.
I'm internalizing.
Mass moves mass, dude. It doesn't matter how many reps you're doing.
True.
Unless you have a weak grip like Tyler.
I just don't think there's a world that Ariel beats both Brooke and Emma on this.
Right, but I also don't think that it being a 1 max clean would change that. Like, I don't think the 1 max clean plus hang clean makes it different.
Change anything. Whoever has the best clean is going to win.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Let's see. The next one, Cuban press, chest to bar pull-ups, burpees over the blocks, dumbbell bench press. More
No
burpees.
Cuban press in this Cuban press.
Yes.
Ariel.
I think Emma did really well on the bench press last year.
What's the weight? We don't know.
They did not announce it, I don't think.
For the women, you think it'll be 35s or 50s?
50s.
50s.
At least 50s, yeah.
I like Ariel range of motion alone.
I think, Ariel probably in this one.
Emma Tall all day long. Yeah, 70-50. Emma's going to win that one. Cortadito 2.0, the final event. Wall balls, hang snatch into ring muscle ups and thrusters. Emma, Brooke, or Ariel?
Ariel.
Yeah.
She'll be behind through the first part, but she'll make it up in the back end.
Unless she starts thinking about how Dave lied to them, and then she just has to break the thrusters and have an emotional.
Just mid-workout.
There it is.
Asshole.
Break the thrusters, turn around everyone. Dave lied to us. And then pick the bar back up and finish. Then
there it is. That's what we were waiting for. I think, yeah.
What's the name of this workout? Cortadito is how Spin said it.
Cortadito.
Exactly.
Please,
and then,
whoever the announcer is, not that I know, but please say it that way.
yes.
The next WOD is Cortadito 2.0.
Cortadito. And then second place, Alexis Raptis, and the winner, Laura Horvath.
I'm switching them.
Ooh.
Oh,
whoa.
You just want a hot take. You're full of shit. Back it up.
Honestly,
Back it up.
I do that a lot. I just want a hot take. I truly believe in this.
Why? Don't just say,
Yeah.
42 handstand push-ups, and Hiller is friends with Alexis Raptis now. So.
That's the separator.
That's fair.
Laura's had hella time off, and she tried to kill Gabby, so I'd be feeling pretty hot right now.
Oh, man. I don't think anybody can beat Laura.
I think Alexis Raptis can.
Like, I hear you that, like, but wall facing handstand push-ups, Laura's fine. She only doesn't do well on those when the tape line's the wrong spot and she gets penalized.
Alexis will lose the clean to Laura
pretty badly.
She'll get hurt on the bike a little bit in comparison to Laura. But besides that, I like every other movement for Alexis. Like, Bryson does have a point.
Since Laura has won,
press,
she's either quit or gotten second. And I don't think she's going to stop. That's all I'm saying. It's the only argument I need.
Perfect.
I mean, you have a good point, Tyler. Like, a lot of the movements do line up
for
or
Alexis.
Alexis. Yeah. Like there aren't.
She's going to have to go ahead.
It's damage control on the clean.
Yeah.
Because Laura takes first or second in that one. I don't
Mhm.
think Danny can outlift her on the clean.
There's probably 4 or 5 other girls that are between her and Laura if Laura gets second.
You think Alexis only takes sixth?
4 or 5 other girls. So I would put her down at like 7th or 8th.
I could see her below that.
I could see it too.
Because we're only looking at the top 20. There's a whole list of, there's another 24 women or something like that.
That's a good point.
Right. Like, and to Bryson's point, even though Laura is not, like, that's not her worst handstand push-up type, she still will drop a little bit because of that, I think.
There will be more separation between Alexis winning the handstand push-up and Laura doing bad than there will be on the clean event. Laura winning and Alexis.
Ooh, there it is.
That's a good heat one
That's
prop, dude.
That's a perfect heat one prop.
I do like that.
My
Let me
check,
write that one
bro.
down.
Zane with the question, does John Young win the women's division?
No.
Question for Zane, why isn't Gracie doing Wodapalooza?
Got it. Noted it. It's going in.
There it is.
Oh, you tagged them. You.
I tagged a few of them, top 5.
Well,
I can't tag Danny, so sorry.
Well, she's not going to be top 5, so it doesn't matter.
I'm okay with it. I will put out my rankings, just so you guys aren't just totally using bullshit down here. So you guys can follow my rankings and use those. Those will be a lot more.
Well,
valuable.
eventually we'll see your top 10 on the Heat 1 app.
Yep. That's a good reminder. The Heat 1 app is open. We're going to put the workouts in. The athletes are already in. We're going to do it a little different this year. You can play every single day. There will be prizes every single day, but you can also play across the individual competition. So like we're normally used to, where you encompass the whole competition, and then across the team competition. But each day, whoever is at the top of the leaderboard for those days will also win prizes.
Oh.
So be sure to go in. Prizes brought to you by Proven. Thank you, Proven.
Proven. Oh, what are you going to give away? Do you know?
So the across competition, we're going to give away. So across the individual competition,
$1 million?
$1 million. We're going to give away $100 to the winner.
Okay.
And then same thing for the teams, $100 to the winner on teams. And then there'll also be gift cards for those, like a couple like maybe second or third in some Proven gift cards.
Nice.
And then
Nice.
I think there's some more prizes coming. So hold on tight.
There you go. You guys want to go to the men?
Yes.
Let's see. Wodapalooza did not accept my invite to be a collaborator.
It's called innovation, John.
20th place, Alex Catoulis. 19th, Crash Crucibles, Max Krieg. Number 18, Harry Lightfoot. 17, Alex Carone. 16, Trayvon Benton. 15, Saxon Panchik. 14, Luka Jukic.
I'd switch Saxon and Luca at least, but maybe even
I'd put
Alex
Saxon up.
Brown.
I'd put Saxon up around close to 10.
I'd put Saxon above Jack Farlow and Moritz.
Yeah, what's going on, John? This Saxon pick is crazy.
Yeah.
John
You ever
does
seen
not
Moritz
like Saxon.
Stebig do a muscle up? I haven't either. I watched him try to do 15 at semifinals and he didn't lock out a single one. So
He's hype on Max Krieg too.
That's Crash Crucible
Mm-hmm.
bias.
Luca also low. Maybe just a little low.
I
you
would
think
say-
Luca's low? I think Luca's high on this.
Wow.
Well, Luca's better than Farlow, Moritz, Travis,
Don't you
Nick. Based on this, I do like Saxon higher.
dare. Mm-hmm.
I don't think the programming fits jack as much as it did, like say last year. I think Luca and Saxon both move up like 4 or 5 spots.
Saxon moves up a lot. Nick Matthew moves down a lot.
Travis Mayer's old.
Yeah.
You guys have been saying that for 4 years.
Dude, he moves like an old man too.
Hey,
He
still
cleans.
fit.
He cleans like John. Like his knees cave in and everything. It's horrible to watch.
John, you always like Saxon higher.
I do always like Saxon higher.
They said, "Why do you spell higher like that?" He tried to call me retarded earlier too, and he said retarded, like a tart.
Aniel 9th.
I don't hate it.
Depends on the judges. If the judges actually do their job, he's getting 20th.
There aren't dumbbell thrusters, so that'll help.
Dumbbell bench press.
Yonakoski 8th. Luke Parker 7th. Guy Malhero 6th.
No. Nice.
Yeah, I think Luke definitely beats Guy at minimum, but
Yes.
yeah, that's probably it. That's probably all I would switch. I don't know. Maybe Yonakoski as well, which is hard to say.
Yeah, Yona's hit and miss.
No swimming for Yona.
He's good at this stuff though.
He's good at CrossFit.
Yeah, he's just good at CrossFit. Like none of these are crazy outside the box workouts. So
Unless we go back to semifinals last year,
yeah,
that didn't work out so well.
something was wrong with him.
Maybe. James Sprague in 5th.
No,
James Sprague is winning. That's ridiculous.
3rd. You don't have him winning, dude. Bryson.
I don't have what?
Sprague
he
winning.
said win.
Oh yeah, winning.
Okay.
Do you want to back that up, or are you just gonna shout out platitudes?
Just gonna leave it there. And
I have Sprague winning, Ricky in 2nd, and then I heard that Jeff and Pat actually looked at the attendance for Wodapalooza and decided it's going to be a super spreader event, so they're not showing up. That they could be morally incorrect.
Vellner's
Never
been
know.
working too hard with the PFAA and moving boxes around his house, so he's going to go down to 7th. I want to believe that Austin Hatfield is going to get first, John. I really do.
But-
He's the king of choke. He's so good at choking. So if he's been working on that, he's going to win. But if he doesn't, he's going to get 2nd or 3rd. I can see Ricky winning it. I never make my picks on Jeff right, so I'm just not going to pick Jeff.
all right, so let's do the same. Top 5.
All right.
Austin, Jeff, Ricky, Pat, or James. I think those are. Is there anybody outside of those 5 who could win it all?
No.
Luca, maybe.
Really? You just said he'd be 20th.
No.
Top 5. 2 rounds too many.
James.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, I just called him James Sprague.
James.
Just calling him James feels weird.
James is Sprague.
Thomas.
Sprague is the best on the bike and this box step ups.
James.
Adler and Gerard would be better on the run, but Ricky was also good on the box step ups until he twisted his ankle.
Yeah, don't do that, Ricky.
Don't do that.
Pro tip.
Yeah. Rowing, toes to bar, and sled dragging.
James.
James has like a 601 2K. Yeah.
Who, Sprague?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the hell out of Sprague for this event. He's been doing so much. What's that? No reps or reps ahead. They do toes to bar almost exclusively. So
He's
And
the
interval
fittest on
style.
earth.
And
he's
interval
the most-
style.
who said that? No reps is stuck in my head now.
He's the fittest on earth, and he just killed Taylor. So if that's not momentum, I don't know what is.
What did I say? Oh, this is James or Austin's mom. I said I want to believe.
I think Ricky could be good at this one.
I agree.
Ricky will be good. Yeah, he'll do
Austin's
well.
going to be good. I mean, I think all 5 of those are top 7, top 10 on that event.
This is
I don't
in
think
the
there's much
sand?
separate. Yes.
That's going to create a crazy stimulus. Like it's going to feel weird. And I think if you're taller, that'll definitely
Better.
help. Yeah. You'll get it. You'll get more leverage out of the sand than somebody shorter.
And already on the row, and it's not enough toes to bar to be important.
Yeah, I don't think the
think
row will matter.
sand.
I don't think the row will matter. I think it's the sled probably.
If you want discount rowers, buy them after Wodapalooza. They'll be unusable, and you'll be able to fix them all. I tell them for $100.
Because of the
But
sand,
also
you think?
assault rowers.
Yeah.
So
Oh, they're assault rowers.
yeah.
Definitely.
The handstand push up.
Austin.
James. Yeah.
No, I think this is where Austin makes up a lot of ground on Ricky. Make up a lot of ground on James.
Pat could do well.
Pat'll do fine as long as he holds up for the last rope climb.
Who's the other in the top 5 we're not talking about?
Jeff
Jeff.
will be fine, but I think Austin can win this one.
I think the sand screws Jeff's whole weekend up. He's going to get 6th place.
This is in TYR Arena. We're on the rubber flooring. He'll be fine.
Tirina.
Yeah. The clean hand clean. Anybody beat Jeff?
Dude, Austin. Dude, this is the crazy. I said this last time I was on spin, I think. The craziest lift I've ever seen a CrossFitter do is Austin from the hip hang power clean. 385. Hang power clean from the hip. Like no travel down his quad. In his hip pocket, dip, pop. Which, to be fair, when you're only moving the bar 3 inches upwards, it's slightly less impressive, but it was still pretty crazy.
It's crazy the power he's able to generate.
Yeah.
And the speed under the bar. He's winning this all day long. I would stare Jeff. Austin, you're not like a crazy, like, you don't go and create some crazy aura. Just fucking go nuts. Like snort about a gallon of C4 and just look Jeff in the eye and hang clean like 40 pounds more than him and fucking walk off the field. Don't even do a third attempt. Just do it first lift, walk off the field and be like, I fucking win.
Max out in the warm-up area, dude.
That's what Travis Mash, the elite powerlifter, used to do. He would warm up with like 600 and he was like, it would totally destroy me. But he was like, I would only do it to just disintegrate anybody's hopes.
This is what Austin should do. He should max out completely in the warm-up area, hit the heaviest lift of the day, and then go out on the floor and hit something way lighter but still win. Just do whatever he has to do to win when he gets on the floor.
What about Guy?
Nah.
Or Jack Farlow?
Ooh, that'd be a great show. Another good prop.
Like
Austin, I'm going to have to get with you on that one.
Austin, I think Jeff, Guy, and Jack.
Oh, shit. The hang clean definitely helps Austin more than any other athlete. Jack's tall. But earlier I said mass moves mass.
Which one is it, Tyler?
Austin's a freak of nature, dude. He's good at this in a way that does not make sense. Based on physics. Like he should not be able to do what he can do on this lift.
Right.
Austin, I'll have to contact you.
Yeah, if we contact Austin, he's like, I was thinking about 295. Then
I'm deloading.
Yeah. He's getting ready for the Mayhem Classic.
Yeah.
That would be a fun one, especially if they're all in the same heat, like going back to back to back.
Mm-hmm.
The rain sandbox, chest to bar pull-ups, burpees, bench press.
Austin.
yeah.
Yeah. And Cortadito.
Not Austin.
Not Austin?
Pat.
Who won the final workout of the CrossFit Games, Tyler? Who won the last 2 workouts of the CrossFit?
James.
No, the events.
I don't know.
Austin ran away with it.
Pick the bar up, Dallin.
Yeah. Ring muscle ups and heavy thrusters. Austin all day.
Wall balls, though.
You think 60 wall balls are going to mess him up?
When you're 4 foot tall.
No. Not when you're that good at squatting.
Travis Mayer will finish the 30 wall balls first
Yeah.
and then not win.
And then retire.
Crawl. Okay. I could see Austin. I mean, I do get it. I still think this is a great workout for Pat.
It's
Yeah.
not bad. He should be fine. But he didn't. Again, I really think you look at the last 2 workouts of the games. Austin was there.
Damn. Austin's going to win this thing. You
Now,
have made
Austin,
me a
like to your
believer.
point though, Austin has to avoid
Choking.
choking. He has
Maybe-
to avoid the no rep. He has to avoid one mistake.
Maybe don't snort the gallon of C4 or do. Maybe the only way through. The
that's-
obstacle is the way, Austin. You're not hype enough. You got to get more hype.
Yeah. So I could see it. I could see
Screw this. Screw this level-headed bullshit, Austin. Go for it.
Wouldn't that be wild though?
It would be crazy. It'd get the season off to a good start for me.
I
Having
think
Austin have a
actually
win.
anybody other than Jeff, I think makes the season look really, really interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think Jeff's winning. Like, I get John saying Austin could win now that we looked at the events, especially, but
So is Sprague? God, why am I doing that? Is Sprague's ranking right at 5th totally because of the clean?
Yes. I don't think he can win it. I think the workouts line up better for Austin and Jeff. But I think the clean event is going to hurt Ricky and James, Pat less than that, but still, they're all going to lose spots. I think James loses the most.
Yeah.
And
And they're just not slowed down at
like,
all.
but I don't think like Jeff is not going to have a really bad event. There's nothing in there that says he finishes outside the top 10 on paper.
I saw Austin hang triple power 365 once.
Nope.
That's insane.
do you think Austin power cleans the clean complex for both lifts?
No. I would hope not. I would hope he'd go heavy enough to force himself to at least have to do the hang clean.
He may not
Squat.
have to.
Yeah, that's true.
He might just, like you said, it's kind of like a freak of nature thing. Like maybe he just feels really good powering stuff like that.
This is another good prop. This is my prop writing session.
Why don't you just hire Zane?
Yeah, Zane, any ideas you got, just let me know.
It's a good question. Does Sprague finish worse on the clean or handstand push-up workout?
What's funny is James
I handstand
Sprague.
push workout.
Sprague plays, and so he's gonna have to pick back. So I'll be watching, and as soon as he makes his pick, I'll let you all know.
Dude, I was really like,
I think
I was
clean.
insanely surprised at how bad he was at wall facing at Rogue.
It's just a long way, man.
To
Dude.
Scotland?
Also,
That was insane. I don't think
if you had pneumonia, I don't know that breathing upside down becomes hard.
It's true.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. And then if that's what it was, then he's winning Wodapalooza.
There you go. Heard it here first. All right, so you wait. You said Sprake's gonna win at the beginning of this.
I know, but I still back that. I'm just saying Austin has a
I
chance.
don't think you do.
Yes, I do, dude. He's the fittest on earth. You can't bet against the fittest on earth.
I hear what you're saying, but I also feel your lies.
I don't lie, dude.
Of Austin, Jeff, Ricky, Pat, James, who has the worst event finish? Is it James?
Austin, Jeff, Ricky, Pat, James.
Any event, their worst finish. Is it James?
Probably.
Short of Ricky getting hurt doing something, which God forbid. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Pat, but
Doing what though?
just being Pat Donor.
Just freaking foot getting stuck in the sand. I can't get out.
No one underestimates Adler. He's just
No.
soft.
I was looking at the that first workout, the sand run.
There's not
30
enough Dune references in these names, by the way. Whoever named these screwed it up.
35 minutes. Am I like,
What are they going to hold on the bike pace, Bryson?
I mean, conservative 3 minutes. That's easy.
Yeah.
Oh, I think they'll do it.
That's
I think
like
the
going
slowest guys will be 2 minutes.
With round, because it's 2 rounds.
2 rounds. First one's with the vest. It doesn't matter on the bike. Run 1,000 meters. I imagine it's the sand run down and back. So that'll be slower.
Yeah, and it's already like slower by nature, so I don't think there's any reason to not crush the bike.
What do you think
Like,
on
I
that?
think-
6 minutes, 7 minutes?
For the run?
Yeah.
No.
Faster?
Yeah.
Not if it's depends on how soft it is.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard sand.
We were told it was hard sand, but
They have
again,
hard
let's
sand.
say it's just on concrete. They run it in 4 minutes.
Oh, yeah, this is a good point. Is this a C2 or Echo? I was thinking it's a C2 bike.
Yeah, it's gonna be a assault bike.
Oh, an assault bike.
So that's
That's
faster.
that's how I took it.
That makes sense. I guess they always are sponsored by Assault Fitness,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. So if it's, well, I guess, yeah, if it's an assault bike, I still think 2 minutes would be the
That's
slowest.
fine. And then the
So
run.
let's say 7 minutes so far. Oh, so the run 5 to 6. Slow, conservative.
Okay.
Let's say 6. It's super soft sand.
It's hard sand,
Whatever.
but all right.
Yeah. So now we're at 8 minutes, and then 150 box step ups,
Step over.
step overs.
Which is way slower. I don't know. I have no idea what kind of pace you can hold on that.
20 a
For the
minute.
step overs?
20 a minute.
Yeah, I think so.
So 7.5 minutes. That's 15 and a half. Okay. So
35 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they're starting with that one. That one's going to be the most boring event.
yeah, I wish they would finish on the run.
Where do you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
make, you can only lose time in the box step ups. You can't really make step ups or jump overs. So you have the option.
Step or jump over. Yes.
Yeah, if you just want to hurdle it
It's always over.
or
though.
jump over or
There's
jump
no
do
step
just
up.
box jumps.
Okay.
Box jump overs. Yeah.
But okay, so you can't really, so that's why they did it without the vest. But anyway, you can't make up distance on the box step overs or jump overs. You can only
I disagree. It's 150.
you can only lose time. Like if you
but that's-
bear down, you can't hold that pace very long.
Yeah, but dude, if someone else is losing time and you're not, you're making time.
I understand that.
That's a stupid thing to say.
Like you're not like, okay, this is where I win it. No, this is where it's like I think you're winning it in the bike and the run, which it's really going to be the run then.
I think you win it in the whole workout by doing it faster than anyone else.
God, you're an asshole.
I mean, we when you add it up, I mean, a box step ups, there's probably going to be half the time.
Yeah. Step overs.
Right. So I hear what you're saying. It's kind of like 23 games. The which one was it? It was the box jump overs and stuff, and then you had to like step down. Like nobody really made up a whole lot of ground on that. It was how hard you could row.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like, yes, you're a little bit faster, but you're not going to make up a ton of ground on it.
I just think with 150. Sorry, you finished.
No, there'll definitely be a gap, but it's not going to be. You're going to beat somebody because they fall off, not because you go faster. Like the most you can do is 20 a minute. You can't go and say I'm going to go faster and go 25 a minute.
I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
No, it's
By them going slower, you're going faster, Spoon.
No, what I mean is like if you come up behind them and they hold 20, you can't catch them. You have to have somebody slow down.
This is the thing, though. I think with 150, everyone's like, "Oh, their box step overs are just like, you just got to get through them. You can't really make up any time." So then the person who's like, "Fuck that, I'm making up time," and it's going to be ballsy. It's going to jack your heart rate up, and it's going to really suck. It's the suckiest part of the workout to push, but someone who wants to do that, I think, they're getting a good time because of that, as long as they don't completely suck at the other stuff, obviously. But I don't think it's just straight up like, oh, whoever can bike 50 cows faster wins. I think if someone has the balls to push 150 step overs, then they're going to make up a quarter of a second on every rep, and over 150, that's going to make a difference.
Now, Austin did really well, but he was also one of those guys that was kind of skipping down.
Yeah,
On Chad?
During Chad.
Out. Yeah.
If he can't do it there, does he not have the advantage like he did at the games?
This will be his worst finish.
I don't think he has any
Worst finish?
Yeah, for him.
For him, okay.
Yeah.
Who else? Why'd you say that?
Well, just of all of his workouts, this will be
that's his worst finish.
Yeah. Maris' comment is a great comment.
That's a penalty. If you get 20th, you got to argue with Bryson. Should have been fitter.
So there it is. JY, Austin Hatfield winning it. Laura Horvath on the women's side. Make sure go download Heat 1. You have a little bit over. Make your picks. You have a little bit over a week. Win some money from Proven Fitness. Win some gift cards. Win some other stuff. Who knows?
Prop bets brought to you by Zane Healy.
It's true.
Zach, I wish I could have ice cream with you in Miami. Number one, I won't be in Miami. Number two, I'm lactose intolerant, so you're an asshole.
Oh, okay. It is now time.
Let's go
For some blind rankings.
I love how excited Bryson was for this before the show.
I'm so pumped for this. I love playing every week, like on my own. I always do so much better than you and John.
It's just a non-scored game.
It works for him. The thing is, when you do it by yourself, you don't have to
argue with John.
Right. This one, as we get ready for the Open, first of all, go sign up today. Go get a T-shirt. Go get the judges course. Get the discount on the deal. 2025 Open matchups that you'd like to see.
Oh, for like announcements or
Yeah.
even just like
No, an open announcement.
Open announcement matchups. Yeah. Okay. I like this game. This is a best one in a long time.
What?
Okay, before it starts, let's think about the best one.
Yeah. Can you guys figure out what the best one is
The
without even knowing?
potential best one.
Rich, Dave, and Luca.
That's a great one. Community Cup matchup. No, it definitely has to be It's definitely someone like on the PFAA and someone not. That
Taylor versus Pat.
yes. Okay, yeah. Taylor versus Pat. Taylor's in the same boat as Travis Mayer, though. He's retired. So I doubt that would be one of the
It would be the CAC versus the PFAA.
yes. So maybe
CAC.
like a Spencer versus Pat. I don't know. We'll see. We'll gauge it.
Is Taylor painting his house that week?
Yeah, I think he just is old. So
It's fair enough. All right, first one. Colton Mertens versus Austin Hatfield.
honestly, dude, I love Colton, but I gotta put this low because it's just a better Austin Hatfield versus Austin Hatfield. So I'm gonna say 4 because there's probably a worse one, and Colton on his own is entertaining enough to even make a not so great matchup better than 5.
Agreed. I'll go with 4. I liked 3, but I'll go with 4.
Let's go. We're fucking crushing this, dude.
Wow.
We're in 1.
I don't think I've ever heard of you two, John and Tyler, agree on the first one.
No, it's never.
Here we go. James Sprague versus Jeff Adler.
Ooh, this is I like this one.
It's the Sprague show.
It's the 2 most recent fittest men on earth.
That's right.
What's the work? Yeah, I understand, but the workout's going to be wild. It's going to be row and what?
Cleans.
Cleans. And
We
then
don't know what the
Adler's
movements
gonna win.
are.
Yeah.
I know, but you have to think like if they're going to program for these 2, it has to be something that are at least both decent.
They don't
at.
program for the athletes.
Yeah.
You should pick the athletes based on the workout.
Okay,
I think they
don't.
used to
It
do
doesn't
that.
matter.
I'm going with 5.
Bro.
It's a one-sided show. I love Sprague.
The
but
2
that's
most
the show.
recent fittest men on earth.
No one cares. Putting a camera on Jeff Adler is like putting a camera on Halpin, dude.
James Sprague has shirts of his face on Donald Trump's body after he got shot, and Jeff Adler is triple boosted. This is a good matchup. It's at least 3.
Let's test this vaccine. Let's see how it goes. No, I'm sticking with 5.
Guys.
Chad,
Well, I'm the guest.
You're
I'm the
the
guest.
guy-
So we
no,
put it
no,
at
no,
3.
no, 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 no.
Yeah. Bryson gets he gets
He
Trumpy
gets the
on this
break.
one.
That's
Yeah.
stupid. I hate this game now. This is the worst game we've ever played.
You can't put him at 5.
John, what's his score? What's it supposed to be ranked, John?
John would agree with me.
John would not agree.
All right. Next one. Tia versus Laura.
Ooh. This might be one. This might be one material.
They're gonna play nice though, and I want to see a cat.
I
fight.
see that argument.
I mean, if Gabby was not hurt, it would have been Gabby versus Laura. But
That would have been a number
Bro,
one.
that would be
100%.
a lock for 1.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Oh, she's great. We're all great. Everything CrossFit's great," and it's like it. The fitness part.
I think
will be
Tia
amazing
will.
to
I
judge.
don't think Laura will.
She just sit there cold, stone face.
I think
Damn,
that-
we were talking about it.
I think you would get, it wouldn't be anything super crazy, but you get something like at Rogue where you saw Gabby get hurt and then Laura just straight up walk by or not say a thing to her on like the camera. So it's not anything like she doesn't say anything to the camera like, oh yeah, fuck that beach. But she's still,
she should be amazing.
yeah.
This is the issue. Why do you watch Kill Taylor? Why do you watch Taylor versus the World? Because there should be cat fighting in the open announcement.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
What is there any open workout that Laura's going to beat Tia at though? Because I need that to be there to just
Well, you don't get
cause
it. We don't
that.
know the workouts. So
I know, but I'm saying like, what would there be? Like, is there anything you could program where it makes sense? Like Laura has a chance.
no.
So that's why I want to say 2. Because Tia's going to win and they're going to play nice. But I still want to see them go head to head.
Ugh, I'm just worried there's not anything better. I also get 2 like vibes from it. It seems like a 2 pick, but I just don't know if there's anything better.
That's what makes this is you got to roll the dice, Bryson.
All right, let's go 2. I'm good with 2.
Yeah.
All right. See if you sealed your fate. Here we go.
Ortega said 5
First.
like 10 times.
First or fifth. It's gonna be either great or not great. Brooke versus Sydney.
5.
I look-
5. That's 5. Not even a question.
You're really painting yourself in a corner here. They're hosting this either at Crash or at Proven. They're hosting it at Proven.
They would host
Yeah.
it at Proven. So it's just really bad lighting watching them do a workout for you can't even tell which one's which. This is 5. This is not even a question.
5. I'm gonna go with 5. He's right.
All right. And
With
the number
spots that
one,
we have left.
the number one open matchup
Come on, baby.
for the 2025 CrossFit Open
He
is
screwed us. He screwed us. I know he did.
Emma Lawson and
I
Erica Fuller.
don't hate it. I actually like it. Polo is entertaining as shit.
Polo and on her own is an exciting open announcement just because she barely missed the games. But I still think Tia and Laura is probably better than this.
They're going to have a good race. They're both good at the same stuff. Ariel, I think, is fun on camera. Lawson,
Erica?
oh, shit. For some reason, I just replaced this with Lowen. Damn, we screwed up. Never. Folo. Yeah. Shit. Where would
say
you put this?
This Lawson versus Folo moves to 3rd, and then I think it's a good list.
Tia Laura, Sprague Adler, Lawson Folo.
Yep. He's right.
Yeah. Fuck.
A lot harder when you're on the hot seat. You can't play
Dang,
it
dude, I'm so bummed about that. My heart was racing before the last one came on the screen.
I'm sorry I talked you out of Tia and Laura being first. My fault.
No, it still would have needed to switch with Sprague and Adler.
You would have
It
felt
is.
less bad.
Sign up for the Open.
They should do
Registration.
that, though, because Folo and Lawson train together sometimes, or they're at least friends. Be an easy one to do.
The
Go do that.
reason that one is not number 1 material or even number 2 material is just because it would only be entertaining because of Erica Folo.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's my argument for Sprague and Adler.
Yeah. All right. Last one. Some WFP logistics. They just announced last night. I read an article this morning. The locations, the actual venues for the 3 World
Time out.
Fitness Project competitions.
We
along
are
with the
flying through this show, and I
What's
wonder
that?
why.
flying through it. It's 8:04. We got one topic left. Right on time.
Okay.
Right on time. And then some more details about the actual competition. I'll pull up the Instagram account. Lots of online qualifiers. A
Where is
lack
that?
of athlete announcements.
What is that picture?
Bella Arena.
That is the Bella Arena in Copenhagen.
Copenhagen?
Yeah. That is where the World Fitness Finals will be. First of all, it's been 5-6 days since Yona was announced.
Oh, I must have missed this one. Did I get a comment in?
I don't know. I got the
I don't even know
I got the
anymore.
weird blue hand eye things. I don't know.
I missed this one. Sorry,
Ah.
guys.
Dang.
I was batting 1,000 there for a minute.
Bad on you. So it's been 6 days. No athlete announcements.
What's the drama? There's got to be
There's
some
two.
drama.
There's 2 men, 4 women that have not been announced yet to fill their 20 athlete roster.
2 men, 4 women. So Adler. Who's
And
the third?
Noah.
Second. Noah. Women. Tia.
Yep. Laura.
Laura.
Danny.
Laura.
Danny. Laura. And then Folo.
Yes. Sure.
They should
Good
get
a name
Folo's
as any.
contract. No
Has
Grace
Zane-
Walton.
Has Zane said before if
No-
they
no
offer
Grace
Grace
Walton.
Walton on a contract?
No
What
Grace
happened?
Walton, no Colton Mertens.
Yeah, that sucks.
What, Bryson, why do you think
Bryson.
they've taken 6 days off of announcing athletes?
They're tired.
Because athletes are thinking they're more important than they are and asking for more money.
Oh,
And WFP is trying to figure out what to do.
I think you
Like
nailed
there's
it.
no plan.
Or, I thought they wanted to be professional. We just offer them a little bit of money to be themselves, and they sign up. That was the plan, and now they're not doing that.
You think Tia you think Tia went in and went 200,000?
Oh, you fucking cunts! Listen, 200K. Write it down.
You got a little South African in there. Write it down.
I think you're 100% right. Like, if you start announcing the athletes before everybody is signed, and you get closer, and you're a Jeff Adler, you're a Tia Clear Toomey,
Yeah,
you're Laura Horvath, you're Danny Spiegel with 2.7 million followers. Of course you hold out.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm right too. But what, just devil's advocate, what could the other what other reasons could there be?
They're tired.
Someone
Suspense.
fell asleep. They lost the password to the Instagram account.
Right. Yeah. Got hacked.
I don't think there is. I don't think there is anything else other than there's some negotiations going on.
Do you think they rolled them out too fast?
Yes.
Not too soon.
No, you have to get all 40 athletes signed up
I
before
think,
you start doing this.
Right. I think it's that you just need to have everyone who you're going to sign, and then announce it.
Right.
Because now
is
everybody
why-
knows that everybody knows Tia, Laura are going to have to be signed.
Right.
Yeah, it's like when you start buying people in your family Christmas presents, and then one of them gets delivered first, and it's not even close to Christmas yet. And you're like, "Oh, this is so cool! I just got to give it to him."
Well, I mean,
And then you get fucked.
like imagine the next two guys are like, "Sorry, Spencer, but Spencer Panchik is signed next." You'd be like, "Huh? Really?"
Yeah. You don't have the big reveal at the end.
Right. Like it's Jack Farlow and Spencer Panchik. You'd be like,
Okay.
"Really? Not
Yeah.
Jeff?" Like you held out.
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
You can order it appropriately if everyone signs at once.
Right.
But also, if everyone signs at once, then the dude they announce first is like, "Come on, guys! I thought I was a little cooler than that."
So let's play fun games. Does someone not sign?
Does someone or did someone like you think like
No,
someone
like this. Does Tia walk or does Laura walk?
Yeah.
or
Does one of the big cash cows walk?
I think so. I think they're at least ready to if they don't get the number they want. Like I don't think they're just bluffing.
For Tia, is this worth it?
No.
If it's 100K and it's like 3 events, no.
Right, because look, you have all these sponsors because you're Tia, because you've won the CrossFit Games 7 times, and because you will continue to win the CrossFit Games until you retire. If you introduce a bunch of other competitions into the season for a measly 100K, because your GoRuck contract is $37 million or whatever, then you put that in jeopardy. You put millions of dollars in jeopardy for 100K and Will Morad's phone number.
And I have Will Morad's phone number.
Did you pay 100K for it?
You just have to put out a post on Instagram that gets them riled up.
Who's this?
This is Mr. Hoffer.
Man, I cannot recognize who Hoffer is without his hair.
He's actually
I can't.
He's brothers with Opie. Opie is a Papillon, so he's French. He's French as well.
So, from what I've heard, like really what these payments are, it's really to become a social media influencer for World Fitness Project.
Right.
Right. You got to do some social media posts. I've heard you have some requirements. Victor Hoffer looks like he's the first one that I've seen anyway. World Fitness Project reposted his story where he tags World Fitness Project doing a workout. So
Good job. Hey,
Victor can
way to
check
work.
off January. He's good.
Way to work, Hopper.
Did he get dropped by Rad?
That's what I'm hearing. Everybody
Yeah.
outside of the States
Is
got
he
dropped.
from Europe?
You could tell because he doesn't have the
Check.
V2s, bro. He doesn't have the version 2s.
No, he has the
What's
old
he got
ones.
on right there?
The old ones, the
Rad
V1s.
If you get dropped, do you?
He was actually repping which one? Where is it? Back here.
What are those?
247
247.
archetype.
Oh, yeah. He's been sponsored by them for a while.
What is that?
247 is a European clothing brand, I guess. I think they're European.
It's not a bad looking shoe.
British. Is it?
I don't think it's terrible looking. No, it's way not as ugly as the freaking Rads.
That-
Rads are the ugliest shoes on the planet. They look like an alien's trying to eat your foot. The new ones,
Look at these things, Tyler.
they
Get
look
outta
like that Patrick Starr is trying to grab your foot.
Those are pretty ugly.
Those are trash. Look at those things, Tyler. You would never wear those.
Don't look me in the eye and tell me the Rads are not ugly.
We're not talking about the Rads. We're talking about the 247s. Right in front of you.
I'm talking about Rad. I just really have a bone to pick with Rad because they make ugly shoes. They're so ugly.
Maybe Victor's lucky he got dropped.
I'm ruining this any opportunity you have with Rad. Sorry, Spin.
They're not come knock down my door yet. So
I don't get the draw for shoe companies to make their shoes so narrow. Like,
less material. It's cheaper.
I guess, but then they make them so long.
Well, I've noticed that about tier.
Length an issue for you? Is that what I'm hearing?
I find it interesting. Like tier, like
Circumference.
They'll
is
send
not
me.
an issue.
They'll send me a pair of shoes, and then they sent the carbon
Grinch?
ones. Yeah, no,
Grinch?
not the Grinch ones. Those are just the regular ones. But they sent like the carbon plated ones,
Yeah.
and they're back to the same like narrow width
Yeah.
as the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
as the
they
first
were-
pair. Like so, the second one was wider. They advertised it wider. You could definitely tell a difference. And then they go put out the carbon plated one, and you're like, it's
See,
There's
Here's the
no
thing.
draw to that because if you have narrow feet, first of all, no one has naturally narrow feet. Anyone who has narrow feet grew up playing
Basketball.
grew up wearing soccer cleats or football cleats or whatever.
right.
And your feet need a fucking break, dude.
And this
So-
is a community of hobbits. We all have wide ass feet.
right.
They're-
Yeah. And
All of us.
even if you do have naturally slightly more narrow feet, you can just tie your shoes tighter.
That's a great point.
And all the best shoes I've worn in general, but also CrossFit shoes are wider. And yeah, when I was at a competition, the athletes got like a discount on the tier shoes, and I got a pair of the ones you're talking about, Spin.
Yeah.
And they're so narrow. It's like
They're
you
like
can't
the
e-
Nikes.
you can't even like feel the ground. I mean, just because your feet like go numb.
Yeah, I'll wear them. So like if I'm doing anything on like the rower or the bike, it doesn't bother me. But like anything with lunges where it's really kind of bending, like
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Burpees, I don't like it.
Those are the carbon ones, right?
The carbon ones, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So
Strike movement.
yeah.
I
So
like
be on
these
the
strikes.
be on the
I
lookout.
noticed you were wearing those blue ones.
So be on the lookout for World Fitness Project being tagged and everything in posts. I do find it
Start
interesting
counting
that
posts.
how often do you see somebody tag CrossFit Games in a story?
I mean, I don't go well. I mean, I did this week, but I was talking shit.
Not you, like an athlete.
Not a lot. Never really.
I don't know. I don't watch it. I think you notice those things.
Well, World Fitness Project reshared it, so that was how like I really caught. Like I saw Victor's story, like whatever he's
Right.
doing, box step ups.
No one good tags CrossFit Games. The people who
Right.
like no one knows about them yet and actually like are still cool and haven't been corrupted by agents, they will tag CrossFit Games in their posts. Like you see like a lot of the age group athlete, like teenagers do it. the people who are like rookies that are just kind of getting some notoriety will do it.
Sprague will
sometimes.
do it.
Yeah.
Right.
But Jeff Adler's not tagging CrossFit Games, bro.
Right.
And so you're saying for WFP, it's going to make it look weird because it's like, yeah, you guys already don't do this for CrossFit. And now you're doing it for WFP. So it's coming off as
they're paying you.
you're paid to.
You're
And that's the issue.
You're a sponsored athlete by WFP.
And that narrative has gotten out. And so now every single post that is made, we will know. And it's going to feel that way because they're going to all do similar shit, I would imagine.
We're going to see 40 posts right before April or May. Go to Indianapolis, buy your tickets.
How sick would it be if they, like a couple of them had the exact same caption, like it's just like copy paste?
You see that with a lot of brands.
Yeah.
They're sponsored. It's the exact same thing.
It's funny because we're not supposed to know about this from the NDAs, but we somehow know that they have a scheduled post.
Right. It just makes me wonder, like, everybody's bashing CrossFit's going down. The CrossFit Games are going down. It's not as important. Yet people are willing to go tag World Fitness Project in a story, or they're going to start talking about it in their, posts about buy tickets. Nobody goes and says buy tickets to the CrossFit Games or come see me at semifinals. Can't wait to see you.
Oh, so you're saying like maybe if you guys took the same initiative to offer up CrossFit in the same way that you're doing WFP, even though it would be for free,
Right.
that the same result, the same hopeful result that WFP has would happen on the CrossFit side.
Right.
That's a great, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if there's hundreds of athletes that go compete at the CrossFit Games, why are they not all talking about it and promoting it? It's more about mush in their shoes and everything else than it is
Mush shoes.
Yeah. It's part of their contract. Exactly.
Yeah.
It goes back to the whole, like this recent video with Alexis Raptis and Hiller, his Folo video, even his Bill Leahy video. Like, dude, you should be so stoked if Hiller asked you to come out to your house and open up to him, give him everything, show him your fucked up toenail that fell off. Like, all that stuff just makes people like you more. And you're not getting paid to let Hiller come stay with you. You weren't getting paid in 2016 to let Sevon talk to you in between events at the regional. But you don't
get it on that.
You're getting a return on it.
Just not immediately.
I mean, Erica Fullo's video is over 160,000 views.
Crazy.
Yeah, and she's not even a games athlete.
Right.
Just 3,000 followers.
No, she's like 11 or 12 now.
Oh, did it get that high?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about who was it? Some dude the other day we were making.
Oh, we were looking at. Yeah, I can't remember. It's
Chris.
Chris Ibarra. He needs some Hiller love. I wonder if anybody's turned Hiller down.
No. Well, I think he wouldn't ask. Hiller, have you asked anybody that you're like, there's no way they say yes?
I don't know. That'd be interesting. He probably wouldn't tell us.
No.
But again, like to Bryson's point, like it's only going to do better. Not one of his videos that he's gone and done the athlete style documentary has been viewed favorably, or he's got a gotcha moment or try to make you look bad.
Yeah.
Like every one of them you can point to and say, oh, that's pretty cool. I learned more about them. I want to, like, how many people rallied behind Haley going into this last season?
A bunch. Like, I was sort of not a Haley hater, but a Haley naysayer. And
she's not going to come back. She doesn't care.
Dude, and even being on the bad side of Hiller at first, and someone like Bill Leahy, like, I mean, when he talks and stuff, he sounds like he's been lobotomized, but he's the smartest of all these people who have had a Hiller video made about them, because Then he got one of the documentaries, 48 Hours with Bill Leahy, made about him, when the original reason he was even on Hiller's radar is because he drops a barbell on the bottom of a squat and still counts it as his road qualifier. Like,
Right.
How much opportunity is made for Folo this year because of his video?
so much, dude. I mean, it's literally, it doesn't even matter what the number is. It was coming from 0.
Right.
So it's
And that's
just,
speaking to the return that you were talking about. Did she get a return? Like, did Hiller go there, hand her 10K and say, hey, thank you for this? No, 10K will be met on the other side with endorsements and sponsorships.
Right.
Because it's like, I mean, like I would tell, I mean, she has a manager now, but like any company that wants to sell shit, put it on Folo. And she's not even going, like, she didn't go to the games last year, and she will sell you more shit. 100%.
I mean, she got a package from
you're already
Yeti.
getting free shit.
Right. She's making me nervous that night. Yeti sent it.
Yeti sends her a whole bunch of just stuff. I get
Right.
it's not thousands of dollars,
Well,
but I guarantee Yeti saw.
I don't know. Yeti shit's expensive.
yeah, dude, that's, I mean, I bet that's over $1,000. And, you know, Hiller, if you ever want to come to Charlotte and hang out for 48 hours, I will let you see the inside of me at whatever you want.
I bet you will.
I need a new Yeti cup.
That would be great if he chased Folo with Bryson.
But I guarantee Yeti saw this.
Yep.
Somebody within Yeti saw this and was like, dude,
Next big thing.
she's going to be big. Let's get in on the ground floor before she becomes too expensive. And let's sponsor her, send her stuff. Like, she doesn't get this if she doesn't let Hiller come visit for a couple days.
All that
Yeah.
for Yeti. Worth it.
It's like, hey, someone came up to the CEO of Yeti and was like, hey, dude, I just watched this Hiller video. This girl's about to pop off. You know, we only pay those Chinese little kids that make our products 2 cents to make a cooler. So it's no sweat off our back. Let's just send her a couple.
Right.
And now they got someone repping their stuff, and everyone's going to spend thousands of bucks because they saw Erica Folo get a pink Yeti cooler they didn't know existed.
Exactly.
What does this mean? Wrong. We are in there's nothing we've said in the past 5 minutes that's been wrong.
Wrong.
Maybe he's talking to somebody in the chat. I don't know.
No, he's fighting me.
Fighting you. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, personally.
Back to World Fitness Project. So I guess here's how it's going to work. The 20 men and 20 women who have signed, I guess maybe eventually, assuming that they don't hold out, eventually we'll have 40 athletes that are pros. There will be online challenger qualifying competitions. The top 10 of that will go compete in the pro field in person. The next 20 will do challengers. I don't understand the point of it, but okay. And then a whole bunch of community competitor divisions, teams of 4, and then all of the age groups are same-sex pairs. I guess.
I want to go off on that so bad.
You'll get your chance. Challenger schedule, online qualifier in March for a week. And then if you qualify, those top 30 in the qualifier get invited to go to Indianapolis to compete in May.
And hang out with me. That's really the point.
That's probably true. And then the second tour online qualifier is the first week of July for the last weekend of August in Arizona. And then if you are one of the top 30 athletes, actually, no, it's the top 20 pros get to go. And if you're one of the top 10 challengers, you get to then go for a field of 30 to the World Fitness Finals to try to earn your pro card for the next season.
So you were saying, what's the point of the challengers? If you like, the point is that they accrue points in the Challenger League, right?
Right, but first place in the Challenger League is less than last place in the Pro Division.
Which doesn't make any sense because it's like you went and didn't show anything.
So you win, you beat the other 20 schmucks who don't make it to the Pro Division.
Schmucks.
And you're 11th place of all the challengers now. So I guess you got to go to both of them and eventually make one into the Pro.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt there's any paydays for the Challenger division. Like, if you're not in the United States, do you even go to one of the tour events as a challenger?
No. I mean, I guess if you like, yeah, because if the challengers get invited to the Pro Series,
if I'm Bailey Martin,
who
has to travel from, I guess he's in Australia now.
Yeah, he's in Australia now.
Do you travel to the United States twice, back and forth, in between going to Torian Pro, doing your in-affiliate semifinal, no guaranteed money, doing online qualifiers?
No.
To then go to Copenhagen for a final if you actually make it?
No.
Like, who are these challengers that want to do this?
Who even are you? I mean, it's like, it's going to be people like Folo, right?
Even
Lydia
Folo.
Fish.
But even so.
Yeah, and like, she'd have to work with people to get paid to go there.
Because here's the thing, like,
Are they going to get
20 pros
time?
For the most part? The 20 pros are pretty close to the top 20 in the world today. Like, you could say like Sydney's not up there, Victor's not up there, but they're pretty good. If you're Lydia Fish and you do great, but you finish 21st, you don't get a pro card. I don't know if you even make any payday on prize money. And now you've flown all over the country to do this. I'm trying to figure out who does this.
Yeah, you could
Brandon
not.
Smith.
You could not even travel on the online stages and get 21st and still not get paid
Right.
in the CrossFit Games. But then you haven't paid a plane ticket to Copenhagen.
Right.
Copenhagen.
You just drove to Albany.
I'm really struggling with it. And it's not.
Yeah, so
nobody, why would you, again, like Bailey Martin's an extreme example because Australia is a pain in the ass, but Europeans come hang out in the States for 3 months of the year.
yeah. And at which point, like if you're in the Challenger Series, I'd rather just focus my efforts on going to semifinals.
Right. If you get 11th place in the Challenger online qualifier, do you come over to the States and play in the Challenger?
Then you're not fit enough to not focus on the game season.
Right.
Right. That's a good point. Like with Dallin was throwing shots at me for saying he was fitness privileged, and but it is a thing. Like, he's earned the right to be able to do this because he is that fit and he can kind of like shift his training around. But that's not the case for these people. They have to put their entire energy. And so until you're like a locked game spot every year, you really can't compete in the WFP.
And even then, you're just going to do worse. You're not going to get better as fast as the other people who aren't doing WFP.
Right.
Yeah, even if you're fine this next year, then in 2 years, say Jeff Adler doesn't sign a contract with WFP, he's just gonna keep running away, dude.
Well, that's the thing. Like, let's say you try this and you fail, right? If you go through the schedule and you do the online qualifier in May, you've done the open. First week of May, you go do the in-affiliate semifinal. The next week you do World Fitness Project Tour.
Yeah. Dude,
then you go to an in-person qualifying event. Then you go do the second tour online qualifier. You qualify, you make it. You don't go to the games, but you keep competing, you train. all the way through December. You go to Copenhagen and you come 21st. No pro card for you. You're back where you started. You've wasted your entire season not actually getting stronger and improving. You've just been competing.
Bryson,
You spent your entire season, say you're Dallin, you spent your entire season doing that when you needed to be doing muscle ups and running every other day. And you haven't been because you've been competing. And now Jeff Adler is just never going to be touched again.
Zane, there are people who have been signed that will get dusted by challengers, yet they get to stay the whole season.
That's the thing about seeding this first year is like you get the benefit.
You get 3 competitions of guaranteed
of free
competition.
Points.
Yeah. Right.
First, like Hunter McIntyre getting invited to the games.
That'd be sweet.
I'm still good with that. Bryson, do you all have any athletes that could fit into this challenger division?
That's interesting. I mean,
Mary's still with y'all?
Yeah. And Morgan.
So it's like Morgan's a good candidate. And for you, would you say, hey, like you can do this if you want? Of course you would. You're a coach, right? But like for her, I wouldn't push her to do this. Like you've still got a lot of way to grow. Yeah, sure, you can go. We're not going to peak, like maybe not peak for it, but then you have to figure out how to pay for it. Unless an athlete just wants to do this, in which case it makes me think they are going to want to incentivize athletes to do the challengers. And then that's going to pull athletes away from wanting to do semifinals, in which case they're just trying to overtake CrossFit.
To Spin's point though, so if you're someone who's you're not good enough at CrossFit to do the CrossFit season. So anyone who only wants to do this and doesn't care about CrossFit isn't good enough to make any money from the CrossFit Games. We can agree on that.
Which means they don't have any value probably for the
Well,
WF.
it means that you're also probably not good enough to make any money from this.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like,
and it's more expensive to do this.
There might be some people that are better in the challenger. Like Gracie could probably qualify if she wanted to.
Right. But Gracie will qualify for the games.
But she can qualify for the games. Where do you want to go? Right. Like, and I would say Grace, and although Gracie is showing improvement, I think if she does all of this, like, look at the challenger schedule, qualifier, compete. I mean, she'd be competing hard in a competition, whether it's online or in person, 8 times.
Let's say she makes the pro division even. What did she get at the games?
12th.
Right. Contract's gonna let's just do her a favor and say 30 grand. Meaning you're getting paid 10 grand to go to the competitions, 3 different competitions. Probably not worth it if you're going to Copenhagen and the United States.
It's all gone.
It's all gone. And that's if you don't. And then, like, okay, she's going to make a little bit of money if she gets 12th every competition or whatever. But still, it's going to be thin margin besides just staying home, competing at events that are like already on Australia.
Improving, get 5th in the games.
Yeah. These contracts have to go up to 100K per athlete for it to make sense.
Yeah. This is the first year I did the Charlotte Classic RX division. I won and I got $500 and I still lived in Georgia. And so it paid for my gas to drive to Charlotte and then drive back in my truck.
What are you driving? A semi-trailer?
It was a 2012 Dodge Ram.
There you go.
Oh, so yes. 12 miles per gallon.
Yep. It was 11 most of the time.
My truck gets that. Barely.
You literally drive a tank.
Yes. So I don't know. And if you are not a challenger or a pro, you can do the competitor schedule, open registration, teams of 4, no qualifier until the finals. So you can play, Tyler.
We should make a team with John.
Sue doubles.
You're not old enough.
What do you mean? Oh, Challenger? I'm not old enough to. Or
The competitors, it's teams of 4 for the elite, intermediate, and scaled, just like the games. And then any of the age group
Oh, those are doubles?
doubles. Yeah.
I mean, Travis Mayer will probably sign up for the 50+ doubles as long as he only has to do medicine ball cleans.
Heavy ones at that.
How many teams sign up? Oh, I would love to know that.
I don't know.
But there's not payouts for the, like, maybe there is payouts, but there's no guaranteed contracts for them either.
No,
So they're just
it's a community
operating as-
division.
It's a community division.
Zane says, guess that's for the athletes to decide. It is for the athletes to decide. And the only reason you would decide this is if you are against Dave. That's the reason.
Yeah.
That's why they brought this out.
I'm trying to play.
That's why it
devil's
seems like an unfinished plan, because this was supposed to come out in 2027. And they were like, oh, shit, dude, everyone hates CrossFit right now. It's not going to last very long. We gotta get this out there.
Jump on it.
I said it.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate of how you could make money. And so in Gracie's case, she's not going to make any money with the contract. It's basically just going to cut it at net zero, which forces her to make money from all of her sponsors. And if she can get like guaranteed payouts, like I know with Jen Smith, Reebok would match any winnings she had at an event, right?
Okay.
I don't think those are things anymore. I think that's like back when CrossFit was flying high.
I think they still get bonuses.
Well, probably some of the top athletes, but like Jen wasn't one of those. And so I don't think an athlete as far down in her has those things anymore. There's that opportunity.
Well, I mean, you take it. You're banking on doing it if you think that it's going to be successful and sponsors see value in it, and that you're one of those 30 people competing, even if you're not making prize money.
Do you see value in this as a sponsor more so than anything HQ runs? Just as at what we know right now, I know that we don't know how their broadcast is going to work. We don't know all those things, but can you see any value that is additive other than beyond what HQ offers?
That's what I was going to say, because T-Bird says more exposure for the athletes, but it's not. Anyone
It comes at a cost.
We can't say that yet.
No, you can, because anyone they'd be getting exposure to at the WFP already knows who they are from the game season.
And nobody else is going to watch outside of the CrossFit sphere.
Right. You don't watch WFP unless you already watch the CrossFit Games.
Mm-hmm.
No,
You
that's
probably
true.
don't even watch WFP if you don't already watch like open announcements and like set a timer on your phone.
I mean, there was an article that was written for me that shows that there's a large percentage of people that watch the CrossFit Games that don't watch Rogue, that don't watch Wodapalooza, very few watch Dubai. Like,
Darn.
it's a huge drop off, and you're going to say that you have to be bigger than that to get as many sponsors.
Yeah, and I'm gonna watch WFP just because it's like different and whatever, but it's not. I don't think it's beneficial for the athletes in the same way that doing an open announcement is.
I think actually open announcement's probably better than competing at the games.
Yeah, you get all the camera time.
Yeah,
Right. So I don't know. I feel for the athletes who are wanting to be challengers. I feel for the WFP people right now, because I think they're getting the
pockets
screws
are
turned to
getting
them.
heavy.
Yeah, I think they're getting pressured to give the holdouts more money, which then, if you've already signed, whoops.
Should have negotiated.
Right? Like, Ricky probably could have held out for more. Roman could have held out for more.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know who wants to watch Roman. That's stupid to me.
there's people
What a
that want
boring athlete.
There, Bryson got in his hot take.
There it is. There it is. Jeff, you can watch Dubai. Some people do.
Well, watch is a strong word.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's all I want to talk about. Bryson, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for
Good
jumping
job
in for
on
John.
Qualifier.
John is snuggling with his baby girl, Abigail. Abby.
What the hell's in Texas at the end of the month?
I don't know.
He's just asking if you're coming to Texas.
I'll come. I mean,
You,
Jeff,
maybe.
you want
Yeah.
me to come out there, buddy? I'll hang out with you.
You, maybe. That's the only thing that's there.
T-Bird, are you always a glass half empty type of person, or is that just the news guy in you?
He's
There's a glass with water in it kind
Right.
of guy.
There's a glass with water in it, and you're making it negative, T-Bird. So get out of here. But
It's
leave your
not
computer on so Spin still gets a viewer. And just
We have
leave
to
the room.
say this every week. Is TFX this coming week?
End of the month.
It's
29.
coming
Oh,
week.
sorry.
It's coming week.
We have to say this every show now. We are doing what any good business person would do. If you're going to invest in a business, if you're going to invest in this, and this is what we're trying to do for the athletes. Hey, is this worth it for me? You're going to shoot holes in it all day.
Hey, and if you think it's bad for the WFP that we're talking about the WFP, you're a fucking idiot.
It's fucking great. We probably talked about it more than anybody.
We probably do. I think if you timed if you took the amount of time we talk about it, it's probably more than anybody else.
80% of the
In the
people
space.
who know what the WFP is and how it's working and what's going on know it because of the Spin. So
I saw a comment on one of my posts about, I think it was this, and somebody was like, "Can you tell me what's going on? I don't even know what's going on." Like, again, if you're not watching this show or following along, like, you probably don't know what the heck's happening.
You don't, and you.
I am watching the show and I'm following along, and I
would
don't know what's
I
happening.
would love to see the open, like when you sign up for the open, go sign up for the open now, like a survey, no QR code needed, where it was like, do you even know what the hell WFP is? And be like, no.
What if CrossFit just posted that tomorrow poll? Day one of open signups, and we added this question to it, and these are the results.
6% said yes. I don't know. Like, best of luck to them. I mean, they've gotten most of the good athletes. We'll see if they can fill the roster and pay enough to get the rest. T-Bird, she has been member for 13 months and watches weekly. So
We appreciate that.
we appreciate
I
it.
just want to say, like, I understand why you might see it as we're being glass half negative. But we're really not. Like, we're all still going to watch the WFP. We're all still going to be fans. But like when we're talking about contract design and if this whole thing is the only thing to talk about WFP is if it's going to pan out, because we have no competitions. We only know athletes and we only know about contracts. And so that's what we're looking at.
No, that's very true.
And there's only so much fitnessing fit people can do in a year. So that's the other side of it too. It's just, hey, is this even worth it? Is it going to take away from other things? I think the game should be every 4 years, and then we wouldn't have this issue.
Tyler's on the 2. I'm on the 4.
Yeah, I like every 4.
And then
Like
you
the World
have,
Cup.
and then Rogue can be the one that goes every year, and that's the one that you want to win. I'd be okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
All right, guys. Bryson, thank you.
Thank
Tyler,
you.
thank you. Go throw some love on the most recent JY post. Tell them congrats.
Yeah,
to
and
Leslie.
I sorry to
Leslie and
everyone if
JY.
I didn't do a good enough job replacing John. I didn't say anything distasteful about women or anything like that. So sorry if I wasn't quite up to standard, but I tried.
Glass half full guy. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
I apologize to absolutely nobody.